Something like that. How's it going, folks? Welcome back. Another live. Welcome back to the show. Hello, everyone. You're not early, you're on time. I think I'm a little late, actually. How's it going, guys? Guys, Used to be guys. Now I'm pretty much all women now. Are you still traveling? No, I'm back in LA. I'm at the penthouse now for a while. Until I decide to go somewhere else. We'll see. Hello, everyone. Gotta make sure that I'm going live everywhere. Why does my suit look like polyester? I wish it was polyester. It'd be a lot more. It would be a lot cheaper. I don't know. I don't know why it looks that way. It doesn't look like that way in person. Do you play piano? Yeah, I dabble sometimes. Okay. Are you rich? I am very well off. I am extremely well off. It's his rich laugh. Oh, it makes me gay. Yes. Hello, guys. Okay, let me go live on Instagram before they get mad at me. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Another live with yours truly, Russell Hartley. Serving it up. Caught my live. That's right, Jessica. We're here. Today we're talking about men stepping up. Somebody mentioned that to me earlier. I saw that in the comments. And I want to say this. Men that are real men that want to step up, are the kinds of men that you're looking for. Providers. The kinds of guys that want a woman to dote on. Okay? They want to take, men that are real men and are about it, want to step up and dote on their woman. It's only the ones that don't have it yet. Here's the thing. Men will want you at all stages of their life. Since the moment they hit puberty, that just switch, and maybe even a little bit before that, that switch just turns on, and it's just like, how do I get the girl? And I don't mean that girl isn't you per se. It's just womankind, all women, any woman, whatever. So they just want you anyways. They want you when they're young. They want you when they're old. They want you when they're rich. They want you when they're poor. They're going to come up with all kinds of ways, cockamamie ways or otherwise, to convince you to give them the time of day for Bible study or whatever. All right. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. I don't think that there's a problem with men wanting or even lusting after women. There's no issue with that. Women do the same thing with men. I see you women watching these guys on TikTok chopping wood and all this stuff. I see you women looking at that stuff. All right? You're not exempt from that either. All right? I'm just saying that if men want you through, while they're rich or while they're poor or whatever, my suggestion is just simply date the guys that are up and have the characteristics of a guy that will continue to be up for a large portion of his life so that you can benefit from it. That's it. And I also think that you have a healthier, better relationship than that. Because here's the other thing. This is like a little dark secret that people won't admit. They may be willing to date you right now. There's a lot of women that are on here saying things, men and women saying, oh, well, I need a woman to hold me down while I'm down. You see? I need a lot of women to hold me down while I'm down, and then when I'm up, then I'll support us and blah, 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 blah. No, he won't. Here's the sad reality of for most people is that men are willing to date you because those are the options that are available for him while they're available for him. But then the moment he gets more options, what does that mean for you? Think about it. So you might date a guy who's broke today, and then what? He gets his money up and then trades you in for some, I don't know, barista, Instagram model, you name it. You name it. All right? So why even put yourself through that misery? Why roll the dice? Just simply date guys that are past that. They're already at the level that they feel that they are secure and successful, and then they want you. Because those men aren't going to leave you when their money comes up. Their money's already up. You see? And you're not just gambling with your future. Whether it's him even making money at all. Most men will look you dead in the face with a straight face and say they're going to be a millionaire or a billionaire one day. But they say it like it's a fucking dream, like a wish. They're not saying it as like, I'm going to be a multimillionaire, but I have a plan for it. I'm going to do this, and then it's going to lead to this, and I'm going to do this, and it's going to do to this. When men say that they're going to be successful one day, they don't say it from a place of, I'm on track to get there. They say it from the dream, from a wish perspective. I'm going to be a millionaire, but really that means I wish I'm going to be a millionaire. They have a wish. They don't have a plan. They have a wish. So what? They're going to wish at you, and then you're going to believe it? I mean, you're going to fall for that? You see what I'm saying? Like, I need specifics. Let me see the business plan. Where's it at? Who's your investors? You see? How are you supposed to rope me into a relationship with you if you don't have a clear path, sir? Do you understand? They're wishing at you. So then what? You're just going to just hold them down while he wishes for his future, and then what happens if he gets it? He leaves you for some other woman that because now he thinks he can do better? Why not just date the guys that are already doing better? Then what? He's not going to feel like he's got to trade up when he gets more in his life. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you understand where I'm coming from? So, what I'm trying to say is this. The guys that are already there, all right? The guys want you when they're poor, they want you when they're rich, they want you when they're young, they want you when they're old. That's what I'm saying, right? So what I'm suggesting is, excuse me, Jesus. Ugh. What I'm suggesting is they want you anyways, okay? So if they're going to want you anyways, just date them when they're already successful. Don't be tricked. That's it, okay? Because it's just going to, if you date them at the wrong times in their life, you're setting yourself up for failure. Just wait at the finish line, date the winners. And anyways, that being said, the guys that are already successful, they want to meet a woman and dote on them. They want to give them gifts. They want to give them vacations. They want to give them a home. They want to have a family, whatever. When they're already successful and they've already put themselves in a position to be this way, that they still want you. So guys that are willing to step up are the guys that are taking the steps in their life to make themselves a success, you see. It's only the guys that are at the bottom that don't want to step up because it's so much pressure. Think about it. You're dating a guy that doesn't have enough money today, okay? So then you're saying, well, I want a man who's going to step up, provide for me, put me up in a house or pay for my bills or whatever it is, And it's what he's thinking when he doesn't have money or hasn't figured it out yet. He goes, well, woman, I can barely take care of myself. How do you expect me to even care for you? You got to care for yourself. You're an adult too. That's what they say, you see, because that means he's just not financially there yet. So he just feels like a lot of pressure on himself, and he thinks it's unfair because he hasn't made enough for himself to secure his own future, let alone somebody else's, you see. So why argue with that shit? Why go back and forth with it? Why try to hope that a man that has a wish about his financial future is going to then take care of you? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's a straight up waste of time. You're rolling the dice. It's first wife behavior. Now, first wife behavior might be all right if you got Jeff Bezos or whatever. But oftentimes, when I say first wife, I mean you date a guy when he's poor, y'all get together out of love or whatever. And then he finally, he starts to build something in his career. And then as soon as he starts making enough money to matter, he drops your ass for the second wife. Before he has enough for that you can have an equitable take from that marriage. You get what I'm saying? Is that fair? No, of course it isn't. But My point is that I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, because it does happen. Sometimes you do, you meet a woman, a good partnership with a man, they build together, fine. But most of the time, it doesn't happen. Most of the time, you're just a motherfucking stepping stone. Is that what you want to be? A stepping stone to the next better deal? Just date a guy that's already at the top. Okay. Tough one, guys. I know that's tough to swallow, but that's the reality. That's the reality. The men want you anyways. They want you when they're rich and they want you when they're poor. Just date them while they're rich. That's it. That way that whenever he comes into his own, he's not going to trade you in for something else. Harsh truth. Just sit at the finish line and date the winners. Hello, guys. Can I introduce you to my dad? You don't want to meet my dad. You don't want to meet my dad. Hello, everyone. The broke men are insecure too. The broke men are the most insecure because they feel themselves inadequate. The thing is that the reason why they're broke is the very same reason they're complaining about women. They're saying, "Oh, women demand too much. They expect too much of me. What egos they must have. How entitled they are." But let me tell you guys something. It's a seller's market, man. You know how much thirst out there? It's this big. It's mega. All right. So like if you're the buyer, you can't complain that the limited supply of the women that you want aren't giving you time of day. You see, that's the thing. And so they just, instead of turning that frustration inward and then using that as fuel to propel themselves in their own career and personal development that would make them more money, they just blame everybody else. That's a common trend amongst all of them. Because I've been rich and I've been poor and I've been everything in between. Let me tell you something. It's only the people that are pouring at their bottom, feeling sorry for themselves and not doing what they're supposed to be doing and blaming the world for their own circumstances is the reason why they're poor, especially with the internet. Like the thing has changed now. It's not like it's so restrictive and limited like it used to be. Even when I was growing up, the way it used to be is like no phones, no fucking YouTube, nothing. And now, it's kind of hard. It's if you're broken at the bottom. I'm not saying some circumstances aren't outside of your control. I'm not saying that, but for the most part, in a country like America, you can make money. Like it's just, and the reason why you're not is because you have the mentality that it's everybody else's fault but your own, and you don't develop yourself. You don't look at yourself in the mirror. It's not a hard truth to face. And then instead, you just blame women. Who are you mad at? Are you mad at women for having high expectations, which in my experience aren't really that high? Or are you just mad at yourself for not having enough yet? You see what I'm saying? What's this about really? Let's just be real. And so, men are frustrated with women and women are frustrated with men, both. But from a man's perspective, the majority of what men are frustrated at is themselves. And they're mad at that. They're not getting the attention from the women they want because they're not where they need to be yet. And they're just mad at themselves. So just fucking blame yourself instead of blaming all the women. Hello, everyone. Say that again. Absolutely not. Let's see. Hello, folks. Harsh truths about dating. How's it going? Talk to me. How are you doing about your dating life? How are we doing with your dating life? Well, I can talk. Here to answer some questions. Opening up the floor. Your view is amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Best view in Hollywood, actually. Hello from Poland. Hello, guys. Thoughts on dating a new attorney? If you can handle an attorney, if you can handle an attorney's ego, then great. They're gonna be working 80 hours to sleeping under the desk or whatever, and then they're gonna lord the fact that they're in law over your head for the rest of your life. If you can handle all those things, they're great. Hello, folks. Hello, YouTube. Hello, TikTok and Instagram all at once. You guys should see this. I got this whole setup, like cameras in my face. Getting used to it. How's it going, folks? Is there such a thing as moving too fast? Not sexually. Well, I don't know. If the man is trying to elope with you to Vegas in the first couple of weeks, there's something fishy afoot. All right. If he's asking you what your credit score is on the second date, that's moving too fast. He needs a cosigner. That's what that means. I need the military benefits or whatever. Now, the military is a little different, but anything outside of that, I get the military rush, you know. I get that. There's good reasons to be married if you're in the military. But unless it's fucking that, and even those military guys, I feel like half those military guys only want a wife so that they can get that fucking Camaro. Super sport. God. I swear to God, I think half military marriages are that. The other half are legitimate. Yeah, so if a man is asking you to move fast, mark my words, sis, you're going to be the cosigner on something. Something or other. You're going to be signing over for that Hellcat. You're going to be signing over for some, I don't know, investment property deal. I don't know. Your name's going to be on some paperwork somewhere. So proceed with caution. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's a good one. How to ask man for money. Okay, so here's the thing. Men don't want to feel used. They want to feel useful. You may have heard this from me before, but it's a fact. If you can make the man feel useful in your life, he will happily pay your rent. He'll happily pay your bills. He'll happily pay for your cosmetics, your procedures, whatever. If you make it feel like he's helping you get by, that's way better. I'll give you an example. All right. There's two ways to communicate to a man. There's one that's this way, where it's like, hey, go outside and clean those gutters. Get to work. Now, there's some men that like that kind of treatment, fetish guys or whatever. God, well, that might happen for some of y'all. But for the most part, men don't respond well to that kind of demanding treatment, okay? But if you're like, you just go out there with them and you're like, I don't know, the water keeps coming down. I don't know what's going on with it. It just keeps coming over the edges. It keeps getting me wet every time I leave. I do my hair. My hair gets wet every time I walk out my front door. I don't know what's going on. And then he's going to go, Brenda, it's because your gutters are full. All the leaves are in there. You can't get those down. You're like, what? What do you mean? And he's going to go, oh, I'll watch. I'm going to just clean these gutters and you're going to see what I'm talking about. And then you're going to go, oh my God, you would do that for me? Thank you so much. Really? You can do that? And then that man's going to go, yeah, watch this. He's going to show you something. He don't need to know that them gutters have been cleaned 100 times before he even met this man. He don't need to know that. But he's going to get up there, he's going to get that little ladder, he's going to get up there, he's going to clean them gutters. And you're going to be like, oh my God, my hero. And then he's going to feel useful. And then that man will come over once a month cleaning them damn gutters. In more ways than one, if you know what I mean. All right? If you can make a man feel useful, he'll be happy to do it. That's the answer. Okay? So, if you're hanging out with a man that, first of all, they have to have money. If you're not dating a man with money, you need to learn from my channel. First of all, he has to have money. Second of all, it's got to be a matter of like, well, I don't know what I'm going to do. I have to pick up extra shifts. I'm going to have to work extra hard. They're going to repo my car. Maybe that's a bit bold for some of y'all, but some of y'all got, the audacity, whatever. They're going to come get my car this month. If I don't pick up some extra shifts at work, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then that man will volunteer. How much is that car note payment? How much is it? Oh, it's $400? Okay. You know what? I'm just going to pay it for you. Don't worry about it. You're going to go, oh, my hero. Really? And that's how you're going to get it. That's how you're going to get things covered. And one thing leads to the other. Next thing you know, you got a full-blown allowance. Let me tell you. All right? If you can make a man feel useful and not used, he will do anything for you. All right? Now, this doesn't have to be some dark triad manipulative bullshit. You can also be sincere and earnest in this, with a little calibration to the way that you talk to them. You'll get a lot from them. But you should also, my advice is genuinely like the person you're spending time with. All right? Because, there's one thing with getting money from people. Everybody likes that, okay? I know some of y'all got this little pay pig fetish or whatever. And some men out there like that shit. But that's rare, all right? But my straight up genuine advice is why not just, be with a guy that has means that also you like. Better life for you. Because even if you're getting money, if you fucking hate that dude or don't respect that dude, it's not a good life for you. That's just, I joke around a lot, but it's not good for you to be getting money from a dude you hate. All right? Fuck your brain up. Trust me on that one. Okay. Harsh truths about dating. How to deal with a jealous man. All right, here's the thing. On some level, a little jealousy is nice. You know what I'm saying? If they're a little bit like, where are you going? When are you going there? That's nice. Because if they were like this, what'd you say? Oh, I don't care. You going, oh yeah, whatever, honey. Do what you're going to do. If they're like that, like, what's up? Do you hate me? What's the problem? So a little jealousy will go a long way. All right. However, if they're very jealous, they're very, very jealous, that shit is you are a half a step away from something far worse. And that shit evolves and it gets worse and it gets worse, let me tell you. All right. So if they're very, very jealous, beware. Because 2 years in, it can turn dangerous real quick. All right? So, very, very jealous. There's no cure for that shit. It's sad. It's deep, dark, fucking insecure little boy. And it doesn't matter how good they look. They are going to take that shit out on you physically eventually. I promise you that. So just, if they're fucking crazy jealous from the beginning, run, sis. Because your life is in danger in the future at some point. It's not good. A little jealous, is like nice. Not jealous at all, watch out. Watch out. They're not jealous. There's something wrong. If they're very jealous, also watch out. All right. Why do nice guys finish last? Here's the thing. Guys that are successful, well-to-do, well-meaning guys are nice. They can be very nice. They should challenge you a little bit. They shouldn't let you trample all over them. Nice guys, here's the problem. Self-proclaimed nice guys are oftentimes not nice fucking at all. They imagine in their own realm of imagination land that they're nice. They think they're being so nice. Oh my God, I would just take care of you. You're such a princess. You deserve the world. If you needed anything, I would always be there for you. And you don't respond to that man for 2 fucking days. And you go, oh, you fucking bitch. You weren't even that pretty anyway. Blah, 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 blah. The same fucking nice guy. All right? They're not nice at all. They think they're nice, but they're actually the worst. They're not nice. They're self-centered victims that go, oh, well, she isn't like me. I'm just so nice. I'm just such a nice guy. No, wrong. Women don't want to. Women, if you're fucking unanimous, I'm going to speak for all women here. They don't want to date men who are fucking victims. That's just it. And there's one thing, you can be an actual victim. Some things can happen to you, and you can actually be a victim of a crime or a circumstance or whatever. I'm not saying that can't happen to you. So, the world can happen to you. But people that live like victims all the time. And those same victims are saying, well, why don't I'm just so nice. I don't know, I'm just so nice. I guess she doesn't like nice guys. There's like a whole victimhood to it, you see. And you can be assertive, you can be dominant, you can be compelling, you can assert yourself into the world and make money from that, and you can be all those things and still generally nice, okay? You can still, that's also a person who could be nice to you. But guys that are like leading with that, I'm just a nice guy, they're not nice. They're often just victims, and they're usually the worst. Leeches usually. And victims to you. And then they act so surprised that you're just drier than the Sahara because that's all they got. Because women kind of sniff that shit out. They can like see through that a little bit. Something. Are you manipulating me? Nice guys are the most manipulative ones too. By far. All right? So if you mean by finish last, no woman will sleep with them, do you blame them? Hello, everyone. Harsh truths about dating. That's right. Drier than the Sahara. That's right. Some of y'all living like that every day. If you're drier than the Sahara every day, you should trade your man in. That's a chemistry problem. You know what I mean? Not a medical one. That's just chemistry. You don't even need a doctor for that. You need Mother Nature for that. All right. Hello. Y'all started dating them on birth control, and now you're off of it. Now it's just like, it's not a medical issue. That's a nature issue. All right. Oh. Hello, folks. Should you date a man with kids? If you're okay being the kid's stepmom or a version of that, fine. You want to raise somebody else's kids? And just listen to the incessant, non-stop hum of grumbles and complaints about the bitch ex-wife or girlfriend? If that's the life for you, Get you a man with kids. All right? Get you one. If you just love getting an earful of that, of what his bitch wife did recently, ex-wife, then perfect. You'll have plenty of that, let me tell you. You'll be in the car on the way to the parking lot of the McDonald's or whatever. Just getting an earful every other weekend. If you like that, then date you a man with kids. Perfect. Do men date women with big kids? Men will date you in all your circumstances. My mother was in her 40s with 2 grown-ass kids, and she met her husband, love of her life, that she's still together now. It's been like 16 years. They're fucking madly in love. It's crazy. Men don't care if you have kids. Men will date you no matter your circumstances. If you put yourself together well, light beat or whatever, all right, tweeze those eyebrows. Some of y'all got 1 eyebrow. You need 2 eyebrows. You turn your 1 eyebrow into 2 and a light beat and some dry shampoo. There will be offers for you, ma'am. All right? Men will date you even if you have a husband. There will be offers for you. All right? Let's get out there, sis. All right? Put yourself out there. To a country club membership. Pick up tennis. Something like that. All right? Work on your golf swing. Something. Hello, folks. Country club memberships are expensive. Take out a loan. Take the risk. What are you supposed to do? Sit at home? Are you like Rapunzel? This is not financial advice, but figure out a way to raise the money and get you a membership at an exclusive place in your city. All right? Create the opportunities for yourself. All right? Where else are you going to drop your handkerchief? Somewhere where there's not a paid entry fee? Yeah, right. What do you mean? Community. All right? What are you going to run around somebody else's neighborhood? They're gonna be out there picking up their mail and be like, "Does she live here? I see that woman every day, same time. Clock it. Is she a neighbor? Where's she from?" People catch on to that stuff, you know. They know you're parking your car down the road. Get you a membership somewhere. Oh, man. Hello, guys. Answering questions. Here we go. Hello from Miami. Hello, guys. Good to see you. Let's see. Nice color. Thank you. What? Hello, Christina. Let's see here. Wait. Whoops. What if he promises so many things but doesn't fulfill them? Or only fulfills one of them? There's nothing more. There's nothing more. Guys that are, before they sleep with you, will promise you so many things. Okay? Like, that's part of it. It's part of the courtship. That's part of it. So, they're going to promise you so much, and you need to start holding them to it. I need calendar events. I need dates. I need flights. I need papers. Hold them to it. That's the only way. Because that way, they might just say anything, and you're supposed to just believe them. You say, oh, really? Well, let's book it right now. You ever go on a date with a man, first or second date, and they're like, oh, you know what? Do you like to travel? We should go to Paris. Do you like Paris? Yeah, right. God, you know how many fucking guys say that to women? They go, oh, I might be able to go to Paris one day? Who's still falling for that in 2025? Yeah, right. Y'all still falling for that? If from now on, if y'all at dinner, okay, and then he says, we should go to Paris. You say, well, book the flights right now. Pull up Expedia. Like, book it. Amex. Call them on their bluff. See who's sincere and who ain't. All right? Because I don't believe you. Pull it up. You got points? Pull it up. Passport's ready. Bring it with you to the date. Put your passport in your purse so that when they promise that y'all are gonna that you guys should, oh, we should go to the Maldives. That would be so fun. Great, I got my passport ready. Let's book it right now. Or you're lying. Start holding them to it. Book it right then and there, or I don't believe you. Yeah, hold them accountable. That's right. What if he's bluffing? You'll know right then and there if he's bluffing. You're going to know right then and there he's bluffing because he won't book it. He'll say that in some future time, once you guys get to know each other better, then he might book it. I'm sick of it. We're just going to skip all that shit. Let's just book it now. If you're serious, we'll book it now. I brought my passport with me. My passport is always in my wallet. The problem is that I live in Europe. Well, then the other way around. All right. You got more problems than one out in Europe, actually. Ain't nobody taking you on trips out there. Y'all just be out there going Dutch on everything. I'm really going to start doing that. You should. Please let me know how that goes. Okay, thanks for the gifts, guys. How? Sorry, I missed that one. Let's get on the imaginary flight. Right. If it's not now, ladies, then when? That's right. It's just that men with money in Europe are not like, yeah. They're much more egalitarian in European countries. So you're going to be like, splitting the bills for sure. If you want to date, if you're a European woman, good luck out there. Y'all paying for half. That's how it goes. Sorry. Date foreigners. What do you think of being, let's see, what do you think of being with a Muslim while a Catholic? I don't know. Fuck do I know? I'm neither of those things. What do I know about that? My boy Max making a debut. You coming? You gonna come say hi? All right, come on. Come on then. Hear him trudging along from his nap time. All right, come on, boy. Come on. Come on. Oh, you sleepy boy. Come on. Okay. This is Max. He wears a tie like me. Look. He's so handsome. He's second best dressed man in Hollywood. Handsome boy. You sleepy? Look, they're talking about you, see? Just kidding, you can't read. He can't read. I don't know if he can't read, he just doesn't have an interest in learning. Either one. Good boy. He's a handsome boy. Let's see here. How old? Max is 10. 10 years old. 10 years young. You all right? You sleepy? Let's see here. Hello, guys. He looks great for 10. You hear that? You're looking young for your age. My boy. Yeah, we both do. Let's see here. I'm a cat person. Good for you. The fuck? Just kidding. I like cats too, but I don't have any cats. Let's see here. I just got broken up with. Okay, I know. All right. Okay, go on. What? Okay. I'm back. Harsh truths about dating, folks. Max had to pop in for a second. Let's see. You keep asking me this question. What color polish do rich men like? That depends on their personal preference. What do you mean? Men can't even decide on what color, like a woman, they want. What do you mean nail polish? Don't worry about that too much. Wear what suits your skin tone and complexion best. How about that? Focus on yourself. That's the most authentic way anyways. Don't be putting stuff on to attract a man. Just do the things that's most congruent to you. And then that by itself will be more authentic, and that will likely attract a man that's more or like a harmonious connection. All right? Don't try to force it. If you try to force it, you're going to end up hating that man. Promise you that. I got a PhD in celibacy last year. Are you crazy? I'm just genuinely curious. Are you literally crazy now? I don't know if it's a religious thing or whatever, but if you're a PhD in celibacy for a year, you crazy? You hearing stuff? What's it like? Let's see. Just out of curiosity. Sorry, I missed that one. What if you know if a man is actually interested? He'll call you. Ta-da. Common sense, folks. If he's calling you, he's interested. It doesn't mean he's going to marry you, but he's calling you. They keep asking me this question. How established should a man be when he's 30? Established enough. I don't know where you live. I don't know your circumstances. Established to me is very different than established for you. Are you single, Russell? I'm not married, yes. Why does he want to move in with you? That's the question. Because you let him. You're going to let him. Men will you allow men to get away with this stuff. You see, if you allow for this to happen, you see, he's going, hey, I want to move in with you. And then you're going to go, okay, you're enabling this. That's why he wants to move in with you, because you allow it. Two can live for the price of one. That man's going to be sleeping on your couch, playing video games all day on your couch, sleeping in your bed with a secret Tinder account while you're at work paying for your rent. Perfect. Sounds good. Let him move on in with you, sis. Perfect. Is that what you want? Because that's what you're going to get. All right? I can't make this stuff up, folks. That's very real. Let him move in if you don't believe me. I'm like the ghost of Christmas future. I'll tell you, I'm like, I'm like Marvel, like we're on a different timeline. You're having one of those like, that's so Raven moments. You got that glimpse of your future right then. I predict that he's going to be playing Madden or 2K on your couch in the same boxer shorts as yesterday, and on the same couch where you left him when you went to work. You come back, he's still sitting there in those boxer pants, all right, looking the same as he did when you left. And he's going to low-key have a Tinder account that you're going to discover because somebody's going to send you a screenshot with a hey girly, whatever. All right. And then what? Y'all gonna fight? And then you're gonna feel so guilty kicking him out? Perfect. That's what your future is gonna be like. Is that what you want? Hello, guys. Oh, looks like one of those phones is gonna die. Hang on. Plug Instagram in. Give me 1 second. If I can just. I'm about to plug this phone in. Hang on. So many devices. There we go. Now we got some power. Dara's giving me notifications. Gonna turn us off mid-sentence. I hate that. Wait. Sorry. Let me just like set you guys back up the way I had you. There we go. We're back. Something like that. We good? All right. What's an ideal first date? Some of these questions I avoid because they're so, in personal preference, it's not so common sense. I like dinner, personally. I'm busy a lot, though. I'm busy. I make a lot of money in my life. I'm busy. I'm working on things. I'm working on business. I got this whole new TikTok thing I'm doing now, this whole TikTok shopping thing. My God, people are making so much money on live, selling stuff on TikTok lives. The home shopping network, that kind of thing. Because I yap so much on TikTok, they approached me and asked me about this whole partnership thing. And I'm working on that. It's really, really cool. A lot of my time is busy during doing that. So for me, all of my dates are not during the day or anything like this. It's like it has to happen at night. Like I'm working all day. And then if I have a date at all, it's like, we'll go out at night for dinner. That's what I prefer. I have somebody that cooks for me and all these things, but that's okay. But I like to go out. I like to go out to dinner. I like to have, good company. So for me, it's first date is just, let's go to dinner. I want to go anyways, so join me. That's my personal preference. So, but everybody else, I know, it varies, whatever. It's up to you guys. Now, there we go. You aligned? There we go. So it just depends. Everybody's different. Should you give your past a chance? If you go back to the guy that left you or you left, you're just going to end up with the same problems that caused you guys to break up in the first place. That's just how it goes. What do you think is going to happen? You think they're going to just be a completely different person? People don't change. You know how much, very rarely, that people actually change who they are deep down. They're the same people they were when you met them a long time ago. It's going to get, you're just hopeful that they've now change the things you don't like about them, but the things you don't like about them are the biggest problems. And they're never going to change that. It's just who they are forever. It's not impossible, sure, but it's just random. It's so rare that they're something different. This is not. Good luck. You'll just end up right in the same spot you're in now, just older now, and none the wiser because you went back to your ex. So. Is that what you want? I say roll the dice again. How do you feel about a man thinking that they're the prize? A good man that's well put together and established and has worked very hard to accomplish something in his life is a prize. That doesn't mean a woman can't be a prize too, but a man that's a good man, look around. There are a lot of men out there that are not good men. There are a lot of men out there that are broke fucking losers and they're victims and they're gonna be like that their whole fucking life. So somebody that's well put together and established and made something of themselves and is successful and generous and want to spend time with you, that is a prize. Don't you think? Don't you agree? Okay. Now, if they're lording that over your head, that might not be somebody for you, bad attitude, whatever. But generally speaking, you're looking for that kind of guy, right? Yeah, but exactly. And that's another thing. A guy that is well put together, well spoken, meticulously well groomed, well dressed, tall, successful, handsome, whatever. Everybody else thinks so too. But equally so, if you're a pretty woman, a lot of men want you too. You see? So like if you're a high caliber man, lots of women will like you, and therefore you will have lots of options. But also similarly so, if you're a high caliber woman, you're going to have lots of options for you as well, and lots of men will want you too. It comes with the territory. All right? What do you think it's going to be like? And I think that for the most part, for these people, that's sort of generally understood. It's all good. It's part of it. Okay, what's your favorite song? Okay, I'll do one song. I'll do one song on the piano. And then I gotta go. You guys see that? Does that work? Okay. Do one song. I close this blind because it can be a bit dark. You guys see that okay? How's that? Okay, let's do this one earlier. Been a minute. Shake the dust off a little bit. Yeah, there you go. A couple of songs. You can do a song or two. That was Elvis. You guys recognize that one? Okay, guys, that's been my time. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll be back on Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll see you then. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye, YouTube.